Democratic Congressman Jared Moskowitz is the first Democrat to join the House Doge caucus, says he's open to having conversations. What is your openness to both the idea of the stated mission of the Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy caucus or committee to cut government spending, and the obvious vagueness of where exactly they'll target those cuts?
Listen, God bless Jared Moskowitz. He's definitely a bigger fan than I am. But, you know, here's the deal. I am all for making sure that we are spending taxpayer dollars in a very responsible way. And the way that we define responsible is maybe a little different, right? We know that Ramaswamy wants to cut 75% of our federal workforce. I don't think that that's responsible. And here's the reality. We have nothing but billionaires that have been appointed to hopefully make good decisions for us everyday working families. I don't know how that's going to work out, but we will see. But why isn't that we're having a conversation about what it takes to actually bring in more revenue, right? And what it would look like is that these people that have now been put into position or have been at least put up to be put into position, maybe they should start paying their fair share. We can start right there. Instead of looking for cuts to things such as PBS or looking for cuts to things such as SNAP benefits, or looking to make sure that we cut down on the workforce for Social Security, or maybe even cutting back on Social Security. Maybe we should start with making sure that we have more income coming in. And I can guarantee you Elon Musk has a few extra dollars that he could lend to help this country out.
I mean, he is, it always sounds like a line in a beer commercial, but he is the world's richest man. But he also has a lot of conflict with the federal government, where he now has this massive responsibility. This is reporting from the New York Times. Quote, Mr. Musk's rocket company, SpaceX, effectively dictates NASA's rocket launch schedule. The Defense Department relies on him to get most of its satellites to orbit. His companies were promised $3 billion across 100 different contracts last year with 17 federal agencies. His entanglements with federal regulators are also numerous and adversarial. His companies have been targeted in at least 20 recent investigations or reviews, including over the safety of his Tesla cars and the environmental damage caused by his rockets. That's reporting in the New York Times, I think, before this appointment was made. What are your thoughts about him and Vivek Ramaswamy having this awesome responsibility?
Yeah, I mean, they are nothing but entanglements, right? That is what this administration should be called, the administration of entanglements, you know. And this doesn't just start with these two rich guys that have absolutely benefited from federal contracts. This also starts with the president-elect of the United States. We know that he has too many entanglements. We know that the Oversight Committee has tried to dig into whether or not and how large the violations as it relates to the Emoluments Clause Donald Trump engaged in his first administration. We also know that almost on the day after his son-in-law left the White House, he was then taking foreign dollars, seemingly probably because of his association with the White House, right? So we have nothing but conflicts, but I don't think that this administration cares about conflicts. We know that the Supreme Court has empowered them to literally do whatever they want to. So conflict or not, you know, these guys are playing fast and loose. And unfortunately, with the election that we just had, it's almost as if the American people don't care if they play fast and loose, because we already knew that Donald Trump was a fraudster who surrounded himself with a number of criminals, which is why he ended up handing down so many pardons to people within his inner circles. It wasn't those people that we know historically have had issues with the criminal justice system because they have been targeted. And maybe we needed to give some relief to this Black or brown family because we know that their sentence was something that was excessive, or because we know that unfortunately their communities have historically been targeted. No, that's not who Donald Trump was looking out for. He was looking out for his inner circle, and that is exactly who he's looking out for now. I would hope and wish the best for this administration because I love this country. But I am telling you right now, I didn't have faith in him when he was running his campaign. And based upon the people that he is trying to put into position, I am having even less faith that this guy cares about us, the regular, schmegular United States citizens.
Eamon, you tried to get at this issue